Good afternoon, students. Today I am talking of dialogism, polyphony, and heteroglossia for 6th semester students of Guwahati University, and these topics are from paper 6.2. So, these concepts relate to Mikhail Bakhtin. He was a Russian philosopher. He also worked on literary theory, ethics, and philosophy of language. Dialogism or dialogic criticism is one approach to interpreting literature. Suppose there are many approaches: feministic approach, Marxist approach, psychoanalytic approach, up to very recent eco-criticism. So it is one approach to interpreting literature. So dialogism or dialogic criticism presupposes that the text, suppose the novel or the poem, is a site of dialogic interrogation of multiple voices. That means multiplicity of voices and points of view, different points of view mark the novel. And remember, one very important thing is that in dialogic criticism, neither is incorrect nor is correct, or nor is correct neither is incorrect. So multiplicity of voices, that means actually the writer or the novelist doesn't think for his characters. The novel proceeds in the form of a dialogue, interrogation. So long back, perhaps in 2015, I wrote an article. I'm showing it in a national seminar held in Nalbari. So with the examples, I wrote on a book called Inside the Haveli by Rama Mehta, and with the help of that article, I am explaining actually what is dialogic criticism and what we do there. And two important terms relating to this is heteroglossia and polyphony. So before going to dialogism in details, I just want to tell a bit regarding heteroglossia and polyphony. Just I am showing you the article I wrote. This one is the article. This one is the article. A dialogical analysis of Rama Mehta's Inside the Haveli, Polyphony and Heteroglossia. That time I was in Anandaram Barua Academy. It was written. I searched it in my email for you. So before going to dialogic criticism in detail, I just discuss, I just come to heteroglossia. So what is heteroglossia? So I am telling about heteroglossia. Heteroglossia. Hetero means many or different. Glossia means in Greek language. So it is simultaneity or multiplicity of different voices. Suppose in a novel, all the voices should be given equal importance so that the novel becomes a site of struggle and inversion. So that is one heteroglossia. And polyphony, relating same concept. Polyphony is a novel where we find different voices merge or overlapping one another. Suppose if the authoritative voice of the novelist, suppose the voice, sometimes the novelist is becoming the mouthpiece of one character, it may be, but sometimes it happens that a very minor character also challenge the voice, that authoritative voice. So in a polyphonic novel, what happens, there are various conflicting ideologies are set together. So I just come to my article that I wrote. So in that novel, Inside the Haveli, a girl namely Gita, she was married into a Haveli of Udaipur in Rajasthan She was an educated girl, and there in the Haveli she had to take parda. She had to take parda and to maintain the courtesy before the elders of both genders. So it may be, or it seems that for the Western feminist, the institution is of parda is may work negatively, but in this novel, Rama Mehta do not, doesn't judge it in a binary opposition that good is good, bad is bad, like that. That day is always good, night is always bad. This one is good, that one is bad. Not like that. So what happens? Suddenly Gita finds a positive angle in her veil, in veiling of her face. And what were the sentence written by Rama Mehta? I am reading those lines. To her delight, she had discovered that through her thin muslin sari she could see everyone and yet not to be seen by them. And some other positives also there. There are a few more lines, but I am reading just one as an example. So what happens? This use of dynamic interplay of the institution of parda creates a new reality. That means suppose parda cannot in every time can be related to Talibani dictatorship. So parda, the institution of parda, here it is that in the context of the novel, parda may be a symbol of respect and modesty, and Gita has to cover her head in front of elderly persons of both the gender. So the historical or the cultural perspective are also here. So again I wrote another article in an international journal or a peer reviewed journal perhaps. So there also I wrote on this topic. So I am showing that article also and giving examples, because interaction is very important to understand this dialogism. What happens? It happens in interaction, because suppose an utterance, when we say something, or shouting is also an utterance. So how does it gets its inflection or its meaning? So in actual life, or as represented in literature, the meaning of an utterance is relating or related to a number of attendant factors. The social situation in which that utterance is spoken, and the relationship of the speaker to the actual reader or the anticipated listener, or the context of or the relation of that utterance to the prior utterances to which it is a response. Suppose moi kiba eta koisu, tar agor kotha kini moi ki koisu. So all this dialogic interaction, as that is why the novel should proceed in the form of a dialogue. So I am showing you that article also, because I will use that article also to tell you about dialogism, polyphony and heteroglossia. This is the article, and the title was Draupadi is an early voice of feminism and a dialogic space of interaction, a study based on the theory of Russian post-structuralist Mikhail Bakhtin. So in this article I told about Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. She is an Indian novelist, and now she is a topmost or important novelist of British or English literature or Anglo-Indian field. So her recent novel, it was The Palace of Illusions. So she gave Draupadi interacting voices. Draupadi told her story with her own words. and I wrote in that article that Dibakaruni has used Bakhtin's dialogic method to reveal and expose the male biases and prejudices. Just for example, I gave here one example in this article. So when Draupadi comes to know that her Swayamvara was to attract Arjuna for her father Drupad, father's purpose, she feels seated. That time Draupadi feels seated and interrogation is given because Draupadi is voicing, which in the form of dialogue. The novel proceeds that what happens, Draupadi feels seated. Dibakaruni gives Draupadi a voice like this. অর্থাৎ দ্রৌপদীর মুখত দিবাকরণে এইখিনি লিখিছিল, My mouth filled with essays, how foolish I had been, dreaming of love when I was nothing but a woman dangled at the end of a fishing pole. So this Draupadi shows the earliest seeds of actually, though we think that Draupadi was a submissive woman and what her, what it is called, mother-in-law told her to marry all the 5 brothers and she accepted. So she was a revolutionist voice actually. Draupadi is given an interrogative voices to reveal and expose the male biases and prejudices. So here also, I am telling you a bit on heteroglossia. That means how in a novel we find it is a post structuralist approach, a post-modern approach, you can say, this dialogic criticism. Why post-modern? Because in post-modernism also you know that technology plays an important role and there is no absolute truth. Suppose the painting of Mona Lisa, this Xerox copy, you can buy a Xerox copy and put it and it really looks like the original copy. Suppose X-ray picture. So a doctor believes in X-ray picture, but it is a duplicate picture. But with that picture, he cuts. He relating to anatomy. He cuts and he do operation, and it becomes successful. For the postmodernism, there is no real meaning. So we have to see every voices overlapping one another. There are many conflicting ideologies are set together in a novel. Suppose for the postmodernist, the duplicate version is more real than the real. এইটো বাস্তৱতকৈ বেছি বাস্তৱ বুলি কৈছে। কিয় কৈছে মই এটা সৰু উদাহৰণ দি বুজাই দিছোঁ। কাৰণ দেয়াৰ ইজ নো এবছলিউট ট্ৰুথ কনচেপ্টটোৱে একচুৱেলি নাই। চ' উই হেভ টু মাল্টিপ্লিচিটি অফ ইণ্টাৰপ্ৰিটেশ্যন উই হেভ টু ডু ভেৰিয়াছ দেৰিডাও যিটো আমাক কৈছিলে যে যেতিয়া আমি কবিতাটো পঢ়ি কাৰোবাৰ কাৰণে এৰো তেতিয়াহে নতুন মিনিঙৰ সৃষ্টি হয়। ট্ৰেছৰ কথা কৈছিলে, ছাপ্লিমেণ্টৰ কথা কৈছিলে। চ' ইয়াতে এটা কথা কৈছোঁ, হোৱাই মোৰ ৰিয়েল দেন দ্য ৰিয়েল। Suppose Disneyland যিটো ৱাল্ট ডিজনীয়ে বনাইছিল তাৰ যিটো ক্ৰক'ডাইল, that crocodile always never misses a single viewer. যদি সেই ক্ৰক'ডাইলটো যদি অৰিজিনেল হ'লহেঁতেন কেতিয়াবা হ'লেও তাৰ ভাগৰ লাগি সি জংঘলৰ মাজত শুই থাকিল হয়, কোনোবাই তাক মিছ কৰিলেহেঁতেন। কিন্তু ইয়াতে এভৰি ভিউৱাৰ that who goes to see that park can see it আৰু প্ৰত্যেকে দেখাও পায়। আৰু এইটো এনেকুৱা হুবহু একে যে you cannot even differentiate between a real and a that crocodile because it is highly technology oriented so গতিকে আমাৰ এতিয়াৰ টেকনলজিবিলাক যেনেকুৱাই হওক এটা সময়ত যদি একদম হুবহু আমি এটা বনাও যেটো ৱাল্ট ডিজনীয়ে যেনেকুৱা সেই সময়তে এই কাৰ্টুন বনাইছিল ইমান উন্নত, গতিকে তাৰ যিটো হিয়াক মানুহে নকল বুলি চিনিও নাপায় আৰু তাক মানে কেতিয়াও মিছো নকৰে। চ' they argued that it is more real than the real. So that is why it is a post-modern philosophy of analyzing literature. So what happens in a novel, different conflicting ideologies work and it that is Bakhtin's another important concept is carnivalesque. Suppose ami Holi, Diwali, that there is no hierarchy. Even a small child, goes and to a very highly respected and elderly persons and plays with him with color, so there is no hierarchy, no small and big and so on. So that is another concept of Mikhail Bakhtin, carnivalesque. So what happens in a text? The text becomes a site of, I am reading out, the text becomes a site of multiple voices, and all voices are given equal importance, thereby showing that the novel as a site of struggle, carnival and subversion. Suppose working class discourses, women's language, the language of ethnic minorities are all represented alongside that of the dominant one. Even if these other voices do not overthrow the dominant one, suppose there might have been a dominant voice, a dominant voice might have been there, their very existence suggests that the main voice is not overwhelming or unsilenced. কিন্তু মেইন ভইচটো আনচেলেঞ্জড নহয়। সাপোজ মই যিটো আৰ্টিকলৰ কথা কৈছিলোঁ যে গীতা ফ্ৰম মুম্বাই চি কামছ টু উদয়পুৰ, তাত চিলাই মেচিন শিকায় এই ছাৰ্ভেণ্টছবিলাকক, এনেকৈ বিভিন্ন আইডিঅ'লজিছবিলাক কণ্ট্ৰেডিকশ্যন হয় এই পৰ্দা ছিষ্টেম লৈ কেলে বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ বস্তু। But when a time comes that গীতাৰ এজনী ছোৱালী হয় আৰু এজন ডাঙৰ লোৱেল ফেমিলিৰ লগত বিয়া হয়, বাট ইন ডেট টাইম চি ৱাজ এ চাইল্ড। চ' সেই সময়ত গীতা কি হয়, আউটবাৰ্ষ্ট হৈ যায় বিফ'ৰ জাষ্ট চি ফৰগেটছ ৰিগাৰ্ডিং দ্য কৰ্টেচি, আৰু ফেদাৰ ইন ল'ৰ আগত কয় যে এইবাৰ কিন্তু মই মানি নলওঁ, আই হেভ অলৰেডি টলাৰেটেড এনাফ, এইবাৰ কিন্তু নহ'ব, আই কাণ্ট টলাৰেট দ্য বিজয় ৱাজ ছাপ'জ দ্য ডটাৰ, I can't accept this proposal of Bijoy, even he might have been the king of the world like that, Mewar of Homuk. So that happens. Kiro jodio koi against child marriage, kiro kisu homoy pichote novel khonot গীতাই ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰে, অৰ্থাৎ ৰামা মেহতাই লিখে, মই পঢ়ি দিছোঁ, মই আৰ্টিকলটোত এইখিনি লিখিছিলোঁ যে গীতাৰ মুখত আকৌ এটা ভইচ দিছে, সেইটো মই পঢ়ি দিছোঁ। গীতাই ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰে, আচ্ছা ময়োতো বিয়া হৈ আহিছিলোঁ, ময়োতো আফটাৰ মাই গ্ৰেজুৱেশ্যন আই ডিডণ্ট গ' ফৰ হায়াৰ এডুকেশ্যন বাট আই এম হেপী, এনেকুৱা লাইনখিনি মই পঢ়ি দিছোঁ। She tells very boldly that my daughter's marriage is my concern, like that. But what happens, see, I am reading from my own article. But the polyphonic atmosphere occurs when Mehta gives her authorial voice in a refracted way. Actually authorial voice to ki asil, authorial voice to ki asil je moi mor solir biya iman horute nidiu rojar tate hole, কিন্তু এই ভইচটো ৰিফ্ৰেক্টেড ৱেত দিছে, অৰ্থাৎ অলপ পিছত গীতাই ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰিছে যিটো কেৰেক্টাৰে এই ভইচটো দিছে। ইয়াতে মই লিখিছিলোঁ, এইটো ৰামা মেহতাৰ লাইন, আই কোটেড হিয়াৰ, বাট চাম পাৰ্ট অফ হাৰ আনকনচিয়াছ মাইণ্ড ৱাজ নট কনভিন্সড, চি ৱাজ ট্ৰাবলড, চি থট অফ হাৰ ওন মেৰিজ, হাৰ পেৰেণ্টছ হেড চুজেন দ্য ৰাইট মেন ফৰ হাৰ, চি ৱাজ হেপী, চি হেড নট গন অন দ্য হায়াৰ ষ্টাডিজ। So এইখিনি নভেলখনত আছিল। So the conflict also gets conspicuous in the confused suspicion of Bhagwat Singh towards his age-old knowledge remaining a marriage where the bride is much younger, and Bhagat Singh also realizes something and other, the father-in-law. So different voices are set together, that means multiplicity, multiple points of view, ambiguity. যেনেকৈ আমাৰ আন এজন পোষ্ট মডাৰ্ণ থিংকাৰ এম্বিভেলেঞ্চৰ কথা কৈছিলে, ছাপ'জ ইন বিটুইন স্পেচৰ কথা কৈ, যেনে ছাপ'জ ব্ৰিটিছসকল যেতিয়া আমাৰ ইয়াতে আহিছিল, দে ৱান্টেড টু প্ৰডিউচ ইংলিছ স্পিকিং পিপল ফৰ দেয়াৰ পাৰপাছ, এণ্ড দে থট ডেট উই উইল টাৰ্ণ ইন টু ইংলিছমেন। কিন্তু হোমী ভাবাই লিখিছিল, ন' ইটছ নট পচিবল, ইন বিটুইন স্পেচেছ দেয়াৰ আৰ ফিচাৰ, দেয়াৰ আৰ গেপ, য'ত শোষণ আছে তাত ৰেজিষ্টেঞ্চো আছে। যেনে আমি we become of mimicry and men, suppose that was the article. So ami British no ho, we are not Indian, not British, we are something that is that can be put in middle position. So so that Bakhtin, Mikhail Bakhtin, actually he did most of his analysis from novels, Russian novel Dostoevsky, Fyodor Dostoevsky's, and they thought dialogic criticism, it actually thinks, that heteroglossia happens actually, or the best, prime example for heteroglossia to be happen, actually novels. In case of novel, the scope is much broader than other genres of literature. So all the three concepts, dialogism, heteroglossia, polyphony, all are related, and I have given examples how to analyze, how to interpret with dialogic approach with two of my articles. So again, I read few lines that one note I used to give to my students. I wrote it myself, polyphonic novel. So you can also get or grab the idea relating to all three terms. So I used here the definition of David Lodge. According to David Lodge, a polyphonic novel is a novel in which a variety of conflicting ideological positions are given a voice and set in play, both between and within individual speaking subjects, without being placed and judged by an authoritative authorial voice. তাৰ মানে ডেফিনেশ্যনটো অকণমান টান হ'ব পাৰে তোমালোকৰ কাৰণে মই কৈ দিছোঁ. চ' ডেভিড লজৰ মতে কি হৈছে, বিভিন্ন কনফ্লিক্টিং আইডিঅ'লজিকেল পজিশ্যনছ আৰ গিভেন এ ভইচ. ছাপ'জ এই গীতাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত, ছোৱালীৰ মেৰিয়েজৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত, এফালে গীতা ইজ ভেৰি ষ্ট্ৰিক্ট that she doesn't want to take any risk giving her daughter, she's in her childhood to another man. He may be a rich man, but suddenly just after a few moments he realizes, I also came to my father-in-law's house without going to higher education, but I am happy, my husband is well, and it is very good. So এই যিবিলাক কনফ্লিক্টিং আইডিঅ'লজিকেল পজিশ্যনছ, দে আৰ গিভেন ইকুৱেল ভইচ এণ্ড ছেট ইন প্লে. ছেট ইন প্লে মিনছ কি? ছেট ইন প্লে, এইবিলাক টেক্সটখনত দুটা কনফ্লিক্টিং আইডিঅ'লজিজ, when we put two conflicting ideologies in a single time, we set it play, আমি সেই দুটাকে খেলা কৰিবলৈ দিছোঁ তাৰ মানে তাতে. So set in play both between and within individual speaking subjects. So দুজন মানুহৰ দুটা কেৰেক্টাৰৰ মাজতো হ'ব পাৰে, আৰু within individual speaking subjects. Suppose যেনেকৈ ইয়াতে গীতা ৰিয়েলাইজেশ্যন হৈছে, অলপ আগতে গীতাই মানি লোৱা নাই. So within a single individual হ'ব পাৰে, নতুবা basically the points of views or the conflicting ideologies are set between the characters. So সেইটোৱে ইয়াত মই বুজাই দিছোঁ. কিন্তু কি হয়, উইদাউট বিং প্লেচড এণ্ড জাজড বাই এন অথৰিটেটিভ এণ্ড অথৰিয়েল ভইচ, বাট no judgment is given, because there is no absolute truth in postmodernism, and it is a post-structuralist or postmodernist approach to analyzing literature. So in postmodernism আমি এটা কথা জানো যে মিডিয়া এণ্ড মাউথপিচ বিকামছ ওৱান. আগতে টিভি চেনেলটোৱে যিটো কথা কয় সিয়ে সত্য, কিন্তু এতিয়া কি হৈছে, মিডিয়া বিকামছ মাউথপিচ, চামটাইম মাউথপিচ বিকামছ মিডিয়া. আজি মই মাউথপিচ মানে কি, কিবা এটা ছ'চিয়েল মিডিয়া, ফেচবুকত ছাপ'জ আই গিভ ছামথিং অন ফেচবুক অৰ এনি প্লেটফৰ্ম অফ ছ'চিয়েল মিডিয়া, ইট ছাডেনলি গেটছ ভাইৰেল. And again the news channel picks it up. সেইবাৰ আকৌ নিউজ চেনেলে মোৰ সেই সৰু কথাটো লৈ পেলাই ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ নিউজ কৰে. চ' এলিট ক্লাছ, যে আগতে এটা ডাঙৰ পইচা থকা মানুহ হ'লে মই চেনেল এটা চলাব পাৰোঁ, এতিয়া মোৰ হাতত সৰু এটা স্মাৰ্টফোন হ'লেও মই এটা নিউজ বনাই দিব পাৰোঁ, মোৰ নিউজটোৱে চেনেলে বজাব. চ' কথাটো হৈছে এই এলিট আৰু বুজোৱা ক্লাছ বা এলিট ক্লাছ এণ্ড হাই ক্লাছৰ মাজত যিটো ডিফাৰেঞ্চটো নোহোৱা হৈ গৈছে পষ্টমডাৰ্নিজিমত. তাৰমানে হোৱাট ইজ ট্ৰুথ, আগতে এখন শ্বেক্সপিয়াৰৰ নাটক সেইখনেই ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিত পঢ়াব, এতিয়াতো আমাৰ চব মানে পপুলাৰ যিবিলাক লিটাৰেচাৰ আছে Satin Bhagat's novel, those are popular literature but they are prescribed in the prestigious universities Harry Potter গতিকে এই যিটো ডিফাৰেঞ্চটো নোহোৱা হৈ আহিছে so this is also one approach that without any judgment in the beginning of this video perhaps I said that in dialogic criticism neither is incorrect nor is correct or neither is correct nor is incorrect in dialogic criticism কোনো এটা বস্তু ভুল নহয় কোনো এটা বস্তু শুদ্ধ নহয় বা কোনো এটা বস্তু শুদ্ধ নহয় কোনো এটা বস্তু ভুলো নহয় so তাৰ পাছত মই after David Lodge's definition I am again reading few lines it is approximately 25 minutes I am summing my video so a character must be independent from author the character must be independent from the author author eta mouthpiece kori cholai jabo that is not you know বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ ডষ্টয়েভস্কি টলষ্টয় তেওঁলোকৰ নভেলৰ ওপৰত লিখিছিল তো বাকটিন এছত তেওঁলোকৰ এই বস্তুবিলাক পাইছিলে in this case a novel should proceed in the form of dialogue for Bakhtin a word or utterance is the main unit of meaning and is formed through a speaker's relation to otherness other people others words and expressions and the lived cultural world in time and place so an utterance is addressed to someone and anticipates a response every utterance or level of expression is an ongoing chain of responses and repetitions in which new statements presuppose earlier statements and anticipate future responses if you hear these lines and slight introspection you give you can understand okay I am not going to explain because it will take time it is almost 26 minutes so Bakhtin's classic work is Problems of Dostoevsky's Poetics 1929 it was written in which he developed a bold contrast between the novels of Tolstoy and those of Dostoevsky in the former অর্থাৎ টলস্টয়ৰ নভেলতো কি কৈছিল in the former the various voices are strictly subordinated to the author's controlling purpose his truth so ইয়াতে তেওঁ কৈছিল একচুয়ালি মই যদি অলপকে কলো টলস্টয়ৰ আৰু দুখনৰ নভেলতে পোৱা বুলি কিন্তু তেওঁ একচুয়ালি কন্ট্ৰাস্ট কৰিছে টলস্টয়ৰ নভেল বিলাকত অথৰে ক্যাৰেক্টাৰ বিলাকক অলপ ম্যানিপুলেট কৰে কন্ট্ৰোলত ৰাখে বুলি কৈছিল আৰু ডষ্টয়েভস্কিৰ নভেল বিলাকত কি কৈছিল ইন কন্ট্ৰাস্ট টু দিস মনোলজিক টাইপ বুলি কৈছিল একচুয়ালি টলস্টয় ডষ্টয়েভস্কি এটা নিউ পলিফোনিক অর ডায়ালজিক ফর্ম এটা আবিষ্কার করা বুলি কৈছিল অর্থাৎ ডষ্টয়েভস্কিৰ নভেল বিলাকত কি হয় মাল্টিপ্লিসিটি অফ ভয়েসেস পায় আর কেনেকে পায় এটা দেখাইছিল সো হুজ অর্কেস্ট্রেশন ইজ নন অথরিটেরিয়ান ইন ইটস refusal to unify the various points of view expressed in the various characters so এই টেকনিক বিলাক কিন্তু আমি আমার বহুত old whether it is Tamil epic or any Indian any regional any national epic we find multiple perspectives and now just for example in that article Diba Karuni she did her PhD from suppose one university of Calcutta now I have forgotten it but she is the world's topmost novelist in the list of or Kiran Desai and Anita Desai they are also mother and daughter they are the topmost people in the world that what they say like Salman Rushdie or Hanif Kureshi it becomes words like that so these are retold now multiplicities are retold now so what interpretation we did to Mahabharata and Ramayana we are doing new in a new way in a postmodern society so if you see the video actually in face to face it is easy to give some more examples okay if any confusion you can again ask me questions or you just in the chat box or in the comment box you write ask your questions no problem so it is about to be 30 minutes 29 and 32 seconds I'm summing up so thank you and try to understand what is dialogism what is polyphony and what is heteroglossia all are related thank you